Here, I will not get the applause that others have got. I'm Forrest Odenhall. I was a police officer for 14 years in the city.
Street address, sir.
15738 Foley's Mill Place.
And I live in Haymont, Virginia.
And I completely understand at least both sides of the situation. Obviously, I don't want anybody to violate my rights. I want to be able to carry a gun if the Constitution allows. And I support the people who here to do, and I suspect that all of these people are law-abiding. And if I was in a bad situation, I'm sure I would be comfortable with any one of them by my side. Unfortunately, we are in a society that it's not easy to identify who the good and the bad are by walking down the street or listening to a restaurant. Police are called when guns are mentioned. Obviously, with their training and knowing that a couple hundred of them fall in this nation every year, they take a different look at it and they respond cautiously. I can't comment on the Tony's Pizza incident. I wasn't there and I don't know the facts. I do know the chief of police. I served under him. I served under 3 of the 4 chiefs that we had, not Bernie Green, but Sam Ellis, Skinner, and also Tucko. All fine gentlemen. I have been involved in investigations, been involved with other officers. I have arrested another officer. The investigations can go well, and they can result in the right action. I don't know about this one, I wasn't involved. But I support John very much. He does a fine job. He's a fine chief of police. He has the respect of his citizens and of his colleagues in the police department, and he has my respect. Thank you for your time.
So you sign the sheet, sir. Sure. Thank you. Anyone else like to address the council? Sir. And you're next.
Good evening. My name is after me, unfortunately. I was one of the 7 individuals who was involved in this incident in January, whatever that it was. I am the individual who had the papers, the screen print of the Virginia State Police site and a letter from the ABC describing the nuances and legality of open and concealed carry in restaurants that serve alcohol. I approached a group of officers and asked to speak to a supervisor. While I did so, one of the other officers present cursed at me no less than 3 times, told me, "We don't want to see your damn papers," and suggested that I not come over there and fight them on that. I again asked the supervisor to speak, and she said, "Not interested," and I left. This incident has brought a lot of attention, unwanted, unnecessary attention, I believe, to the police department here in Manassas and to those who administer it. And I do indeed urge you to investigate this more fully. Thank you.
I'm coming here today with my brother and father-in-law, sitting close by me on that road there. I grew up in California, Los Angeles area, so you don't have the privilege that we have here in Virginia to carry a firearm to protect yourself. I won't even get into the quality of the police force in Los Angeles. That I have family, some of them were pretty good, a lot of them not so much. I have 2 daughters. I have a 3-year-old and a 3-month-old. And a situation like the one at the restaurant where police officers who clearly do not understand the law, overstate their authority and subject citizens to essentially ridicule because they were ejected from this restaurant, essentially not by the restaurant itself, but by the police. The police strong-armed the restaurant owner into ejecting these citizens, having them leave, and like everyone has pointed out before me, violating their civil rights. And obviously there's that, the investigation, a couple people, got a little slap on the wrist. I hope that, something more follows, but I live in Fairfax, obviously not Manassas, but I, traveled through Manassas. and I don't own the Boatmobile. So if I can't trust police officers throughout Virginia to uphold my constitutional right, or anybody else's constitutional right to, bear their firearm where legally allowed, if they are, if they're legally, allowed to carry their firearm, but, are ejected from here or there, not a lot of people are going to want to come through or to Manassas. Sorry.
Take your time, sir.
And no offense to a gentleman who spoke, a couple people before me, saying that he knows the police chief and he's a good guy. I know plenty of good people who do make mistakes, but because they are good people, we count on these people to correct their mistakes. And I think it would be in the best interest of the citizens of Virginia, citizens of Manassas and neighboring cities, if the police chief would, like people were saying, go through with an independent investigation to look at the actions of these officers. Now, nobody's asking for these officers to, be executed or exiled from Virginia. It's nothing that extreme. But if they can't do their job, which they are paid to do and trained to do, who can we count on? How can we count on them to protect us in other situations, or know their way around the law otherwise, when this is, a pretty clear matter, especially in a state like Virginia, where we're all, very proud to live here and have these rights. That's all I got to say.
You sign your sheet.
Excuse me, my name is James Griffin. My Prince William County address is 13503 Fitzhugh Lane in Woodbridge, East Hamilton County. Please, folks, understand, those of us that legally carry guns are among the most law-abiding people you're ever going to find. And I've always found that police and those of us that legally carry guns are natural allies. And I'd just like to add, in addition to a statement I've got entered in later, that whenever a police officer comes on duty, he puts on a uniform, he's still a human being. People can make mistakes. I don't know the personal records of the police officers involved. I have to trust a department to know what remedy is justified. But I would also please like to ask people, just consider it that sometimes people make mistakes and it's not necessarily an execution offense. Please. So thank you very much.
So we sign the sheet, sir.
Yes. I've made mistakes myself too, but I've been man enough to stand up and say so. It bothers me that just as a gentleman gets pulled over and the officer makes him take his weapon out and puts it on the dash. I'm sorry, I'm not touching my gun in that instance. If he wants to take me to jail, he can. I'm not touching my weapon under those circumstances.
Thank you, sir.